Welcome to the Old Time Radio Westerns. I'm your host, Andrew Rhynes, and let's get into this episode. This episode is going to be the Cisco Kid. Original air date is May 15th, 1958, and the title is Outlaw Brand. Let's get into it, and I hope you enjoy.
Here's adventure. Here's romance. Here's the famous Robin Hood of the Old West.
Cisco, the sheriff, he is getting closer.
This way, Poncho, vámonos.
The Cisco Kid. Now the Cisco Kid in our exciting story, Outlaw Brand. A branding of cattle as a visible means of identification was introduced by the Spanish conquistadores and carries on to the present day. But no one thought of a visible brand for the outlaws who infested the frontier when our West was young. Many lives might have been saved had people known that behind the smiling, handsome face of Vance Gordon was a vicious, cunning streak, the outlaw brand of a killer. Our story opens as the bloody spurs worn by Vance cruelly rake the belabored flanks of his lathered mount as he heads the tired animal toward a small mountain ranch.
All right, you jug-headed broomtail. Keep moving. It's smoke from the chimney of the old man's house must mean he's cooking a fatted calf for the prodigal son's return. Oh, there. Saddled horse. Reckon the old man's got company. That horse might soon be minus a rider and have a new owner. Howdy. Anybody home?
Vance, boy. Is that really you?
Yeah, it's me, all right, Pa.
Vance, it's so good to see you.
What's the matter, Pa? You sick?
It ain't much, boy. I can get up out of bed. I'm just coddling myself.
I need some money and a fresh horse, Pa.
What's the matter, Vance? Something wrong?
Now, look, I didn't come here to answer a lot of questions. If you want to give me the horse and money, all right. If not, I'll mosey along.
No, son. Wait.
What does that saddle horse outside belong to?
To Jane Winthrop, the daughter of my nearest neighbor.
That's so?
She rode over to see if she could help with some of the chores. Tell me. No, what's the matter, son? Tell me. I want to help you.
I don't need none of your Bible-preaching advice. Be humble. Don't follow the path of evil. Love thy neighbors. Here. Let me help you, Dad.
Mr. Gordon, you shouldn't be out of bed. You know you shouldn't.
Well,
I'm awful sorry, miss. I didn't know Pa was so sick, I thought.
Vance Gordon. So you're Vance Gordon. Well, your dad talks about you all the time.
Now, come on, Pa. Better climb back into bed, huh?
Yeah. Easy does it. Vance, this is Jane Winthrop, the best neighbor a fella could wish for.
Oh, go along with you. You're just trying to shine up to me, Walt Gordon, so's I'll stay and cook dinner.
It'd be a great honor if you would stay to dinner, Jane. I'll do the fixing.
Nonsense. I'll stay and I'll do the cooking. I know you and your dad have a lot to talk about. Now, never mind about me. I'll fetch some water and take care of things.
On second thought, I reckon I'll stay here, Pa. I don't figure you'll turn against me no matter what happens.
Well, I'll do anything I can to help you, as long as you're in the right, son. But if you're not...
Don't you say it, Pa. Don't even think it. I'm in the right. You know, I reckon I'd have to kill any hombre who figured I was in the wrong. Even you.
Yeah, this just like it before Poncho gets sick back in Hermosillo. Just like the old time.
What do you mean, Poncho?
And there we was, riding along, minding our own businesses. We not bother nobody. Nobody bother us.
Now, tell me truthfully, Chico, would you really pass by a wounded hombre who needed help?
No, but why that wounded hombre gotta be so mysterious? And then why he gotta die before he tell us the name of the hombre who shoot him in the back?
All I know is what I've already told you, amigo.
Well, the worst part is that Poncho missed everything that hombre tells you, Cisco.
Where were you?
You sent Poncho to get the canteen full of water, remember? When Poncho bring it back, that hombre already died.
Oh, see, that is right. Well, the hombre told me his name was Britt Lombard.
Brick Lombard, huh?
See?
Where that silver concho he gives you?
Here.
There's nothing special about it.
Britt Lombard said it came from the gun holster of his own partner, the coyote who shot him in the back.
He tells you why the partner shoot him in the back?
He was going to. He did not live long enough.
Riders coming fast.
Go there,
Ho.
Unless I'm very much mistaken, those riders have the earmarks of a posse.
Yeah, you're right, Cisco. Fine to see two hombres with badges.
Howdy there.
Ho. Hey, Sheriff Collins. You reckon these two are the ones who held up the bank and killed the bank clerks over at Springerville?
I don't know, Grid. That's what I aim to find out. You're a stranger in these parts, hombre.
I would not have been a stranger to you for long, Senor Sheriff. I was coming to look for you.
What for?
He not talk to you, deputy. Talk to the sheriff.
Yeah, why were you looking for me?
Because of a dead hombre and a strange story.
What dead hombre and what story?
If you listen with your ears, Senor Deputy, and stop waggling them out, you'll soon learn.
I don't take that kind of talk from a couple of renegade chuckline riders.
Hold on to your temper, Grid. What's your name, hombre?
I'm called the Cisco Kid, Senor Sheriff.
And I call Poncho.
So, it's a Cisco Kid, boys.
And Poncho, too.
Mighty peculiar that an outlaw like the Cisco Kid is just riding through this part of the country, and the bank over at Springerville just happens to get held up.
Yeah, and let's not be forgetting them bank clerks that were murdered.
Cisco, what that hombre do with your rope?
Un momento, hombre. Un momento. There will be no lynching.
Hold up that gun, Cisco.
Come on, boys, take it from him.
All right, go ahead. Since you all seem to know of my reputation, who'll be the first to go against my guns?
Sit tight, boys. I reckon these two are the hombres we've been looking for. After murdering the bank clerks at Springerville, they won't hesitate in killing any of us.
There is no use trying to explain to a lynch-minded posse. Every one of you hombres. Remove your guns from your holsters carefully. Drop them to the ground. Andre!
Better do it, boys. It's an order. This killer don't mind adding another notch to his gun.
That way, everybody cop.
Oh, my head!
I told you to handle that gun carefully, deputy.
You're not hurt. Cisco only shoot the gun with your hand.
Don't risk your lives, boys. Do as he says.
Bueno. Now, Senor Sheriff, you are supposed to be upholding the law.
That's what I'm doing. I ain't gonna rest till I catch up with you again. And you rest assured you won't ever get the drop on me like you have now.
Come on, Poncho. Up there, come.
Go.
Dismount, boys. Get your guns.
Stay where you are.
Wait, somebody out of the gun range, Cisco. Better get out of here fast.
See, now. Up there, come.
Go.
Hope you and Dad have a good appetite, Vance. Dinner will be ready soon.
Reckon I'll go on out and look after my horse, Jane.
You'll find plenty of grain and a clean blanket out in the stable, Vance.
I loosened the cinch of your saddle, Vance. Your horse was very tired.
Yeah. You see, I rode hard when I heard Pa was sick.
Well, your dad's going to be all right now that you're back home. Aren't you, Walt?
If I ever get rid of this pesky cough.
Now, you just be patient, Pa. Don't worry about the ranch. I'll look after things.
Oh, would you take my horse over to the stable with yours, Vance?
Why, sure. Be glad to, Jane.
Thanks.
You remember what we were talking about before, Pa?
Yeah?
You just take it easy and keep remembering it.
He's a good son, Walt. Sure does worry about you.
Got 'em both, Buffalo. Come here, Cayuse. You two, you jughead. Got the gal fooled into thinking I'm an angel. The old man's scared I'm the devil. Well, that suits me fine. Let's make a perfect hideout. What's the matter with you, Broomtail? Come on, move. Get in that store. You get in the other one.
And you get them hands up in the air, Vance. Up high now and keep them wide.
All right, don't shoot.
I won't. As long as you give me no cause to. Now turn around slow and careful like.
Yeah. What do you want with me, Sheriff?
Not sheriff, just deputy. Deputy Sheriff Grid Baylor.
Grid Baylor? Well, I should have recognized you. So you become a deputy sheriff,
That's what the badge says, Vance. You and me always used to talk about how we'd get what we wanted when we was kids.
Looks like you decided to line up with the law. Is that what you wanted?
I want the same things you do. I figure this is a smarter way to get it than what you're doing.
I don't know what you mean, Grid. Can I put my hands down?
Sure. As soon as we're sure we understand each other.
What's to understand?
You fit the description of one of the Springerville bank bandits. We've been getting wanted posters on you from Texas, Vance. That's how I knew to come here.
I reckon everybody knows I hit the Owl Hoot Trail.
No, Vance, only me. You see, I kept those posters for my information alone.
You figuring to use them now?
Against my own partner? Hey, that's not good business.
Wait a minute, why do you want me as a partner?
So we can share in the money you collected from the Springerville bank.
I ain't been in Springerville.
Don't lie to me. The hombre who did the job with you was found with a bullet in the bag.
But I'm trying
Listen. I can either turn you in and collect a fat reward, or we can work together and someday control this entire territory. Now, what'll it be?
Be your way, Grid. We'll split that bank money. Only they'll be looking...
Forgot to tell you. They'll be looking for them two riders coming this way. Sheriff Collins and the posse are looking for them now.
Hey, one of them's a Cisco Kid.
Yeah, that's a fact, ain't it? That vinegaroon shot the gun from my hand.
What are you going to do about it?
Kill them two Springerville bank robbers and deliver the bodies to the sheriff? We'll probably collect a reward. You going to help me, Vance?
Just wait till he gets a little closer, Grid. All right. Get Cisco before he dismounts. He's a perfect target.
Pour it onto him. We can't miss. Now!
And with so many bullets fired at such close range, how can Cisco and Poncho possibly escape death? In just a moment, we'll return to the Cisco Kid. Now back to the Cisco Kid in our gripping story, Outlaw Brand. After robbing the Springerville bank and killing the clerks, Vance Corden shoots his partner Britt Lombard in the back and kills him. Cisco and Poncho find the body and later are accused of the murder and bank robbery. They attempt to trail the killer and run into a trap set up by Vance and crooked deputy Grid Baylor. The two desperados pour a volley of homicidal gunfire at our friends at the very moment they stop their horses.
We got both of them, Vance. Hold your fire!
Them gunshots will bring my pa and the neighbor's gal out of the house. You'll be sure and tell them I'm on the side of the law, huh?
Consider yourself a member of the posse, Vance.
Getting rid of the Cisco Kid gives me a perfect alibi and gives us a big push toward controlling this territory.
Don't forget who first saw the possibility of this setup and who's going to be giving the orders.
Don't worry, I ain't likely to. For good measure, I ought to put an extra bullet through Cisco's head.
First, make sure I'm dead, Cody. Kill him! Try it! You try it too, deputy! Shoot him! Up on your feet, you skulking sidewinders! You deserve more than just a gunshot from your hands.
All right, don't shoot.
Whatever you say, Cisco.
So, this is how the law is upheld in this part of the country. I will see to it that you die.
Good work, Jan. You knocked him out cold.
I sure don't like doing this, but when I saw him holding that gun on you and Grid Baylor, Vance...
I gotta hand it to you, Jane. You sneaked up behind Cisco as quiet as a cougar after a lamb.
You called him Cisco. The Cisco Kid?
That's right, Walt. It's the Cisco Kid. A notorious outlaw. He's wanted by more sheriffs in the Southwest than a doggy has ticks.
His partner's not dead. This is just a scalp wound.
Get some rope, Vance. We'll tie these two and take them into town.
Watch Cisco close. Careful he ain't playing possum again.
The Cisco Kid don't carry an outlaw brand, Grid Baylor.
Oh, Walt Gordon, you shouldn't be out here. Now, come on, let's get back into the house. Let Grid and Vance tend to their own business.
But, Jane...
I know, but your health is more important than a couple of bandits. Let Sheriff Collins handle it.
You gotta keep Jane and my pa on our side, Grid.
What are you worried about?
Well, you heard what Jane said about Sheriff Collins? What Pa said about Cisco?
I heard. Cisco and Poncho never lived to see the sheriff again. On the way into town, they'll be shot. I could say they tried to escape. Who's to prove different?
It's a lateral cinch they won't.
Let's get that money you got from the Springerville bank and get going.
Yeah, sure. After we tie Cisco and Poncho, we'll go dig it up. And after we deliver their bodies to the sheriff, we'll help dig them a grave.
I can't believe it, Mr. Gordon. Vance is your son.
I know, it's hard to believe, Jane. With his innocent face and that nice way about him, it's hard for me to believe, too.
Vance and Grid left Cisco and Poncho tied hand and foot to that big oak tree outside. Maybe we ought to go talk to them.
I reckon we should, Jane. That's why I told you what I suspect.
All right, but bundle up. Button your collar around your throat.
It's a hard thing for a man to turn against his own son, especially when he wants to believe that son is not an outlaw.
Are you sure you want to go through with this, Mr. Gordon?
Yeah, I'm sure, Jane. I gotta find out the truth, no matter how much it hurts. You and me ain't the kind who'd let innocent hombres pay for someone else's crime.
If what you think is true, then Grid Baylor is just as guilty. Maybe the sheriff, too.
We'll take one thing at a time, Jane. Make up our minds about them when we get all the facts.
That gotta be the one, Cisco. That gotta be the senorita what knocked you out.
I did what Poncho accuses me of, Cisco. You might have done the same if you had seen a stranger holding a gun on someone you thought to be law-abiding.
What you did is understandable and excusable, senorita.
The lump on Poncho's head from the bullet wound, that's excusable. Ow.
I have the mate to yours on my head, Poncho.
Oh, I'm sorry. Really, I am.
Vance Gordon's my boy. I don't want to believe he's bad, Cisco, but I got to know the truth.
Why ask me, Senor Gordon?
Because I've heard enough of the Cisco Kid's deeds to know that he carries the law with him, even though he don't wear a badge.
Yeah, you're right, senor. Cisco always on the side of the law. And Poncho, too.
Well, if you're innocent of what they accuse you, it means that the deputy, Grid Baylor, is a thieving skunk.
That is true. That's what he is.
If you can prove any part of what you say, we'll cut you loose. Set you free.
Very well, senor. Reach into my vest pocket. No, the other one. Bueno.
What is it, Mr. Gordon?
The concho from...
Un momento, Chico.
Huh?
Do you recognize it, Senor Gordon?
Yeah, I do.
Seems to me I've seen it before.
Yeah, Jane, you saw another just like it on one of the gun holsters Vance is wearing.
That's right. The concho from the other holster is missing. This is it. Where did you get this, Cisco?
From the hands of a dead hombre. Before he died, he gave it to me and said his bandito partner could be identified by it.
See, and that party, the one was shoot the hombre in the back.
Oh, no. No, not Vance.
Yeah, Vance. My own son. I always knew he was wild and a bit ornery, but I didn't ever think he was a killer.
I'm sorry, senor.
You're a kind man, Cisco. To be sorry after what Vance has done to you. As soon as I get my pocket knife out, I'll cut you loose.
That man deputy shooting us.
Stay away from them prisoners, Walt. What do you mean by trying to cut them ropes?
You know that's against the law, Pa.
You don't have to pretend no more, son. I know you for what you are.
What's he talking about? What's that in his hand?
It fits, don't it, Vance?
Where'd you get that?
From Cisco.
Britt Lombard gave it to me before he died. He said...
He's a lying sidewinder if he told you I shot him in the back.
And it's true.
Yeah, it's true, all right.
I never mentioned that Britt Lombard was shot in the back, Vance Corden.
And when you say it now, you admit you do the killing.
All this blabbering means just one thing to me, Vance.
Yeah. Ain't no other way out, Grid.
Even though he's your old man?
Do I ask you what caliber bullets you carry in your belt?
But he's your father, Vance. You wouldn't dare to...
I got the gal. Grab my paw, Grid.
I got him.
Let me go!
You sheep-stealing rawhiders.
We only free if we...
Shut up, you!
tied
Shut up! You ain't. And the only time you'll be free is when you're dead.
Come on, Vance. Let's get your pa and Jane into the house. This job has to be done so there's no way to trace the doers and so there's no corpses to tell of the doing. Dynamite.
Madre mia, that dynamite. Those coyotes mean what they say. They go to blow us all to bits.
Keep working at the ropes which tie you, Poncho. I can only loosen mine enough to...
What are those mavericks doing, Cisco?
I think they are testing how short a fuse they can use and still not hurt themselves. I think the ropes are stretching a little.
Poncho, wish those sidewinders blow themselves up with that dynamite.
I still wish to be able to turn them over to the law.
There's nothing worse than a packrat who tried to kill his own padre. He not really dynamites the house while Senor Corden and Senorita Jane inside, Cisco.
I believe that is exactly what he intends to do, Poncho. Otherwise, why would he have tied them and left them there?
Cisco, that Grid Baylor and Vance Corden coming back now. Poncho, wish Poncho's ropes a little looser.
Keep tugging at them, Poncho. The ropes will stretch. We may free ourselves in time to stop those killers.
If you set that dynamite alongside the house, Vance, I'll light the fuse.
Go ahead, light it. The dynamite's set.
Those murders. Look, Cisco, they light the fuse.
Lucky it is a long fuse. Poncho, I pulled my hands free.
Get your pocket knife, Cisco.
See?
Cut the ropes from your feet and from Poncho before those coyotes see you.
Here's the knife. There are the ropes from my feet. Now for you, amigo.
Ándale, Cisco. Those mavericks shoot you dead if they see you. See the tree.
Stay where you are, Poncho. Pretend you are still tied as I am doing. Keep an eye. Here they come.
As soon as I get this dynamite fuse lit, you two and them two in the house are going to have a real bang-up send-off.
I'd cut the gab and light the match, Vance.
There'll be no match lit, Vance Corden. Cisco's loose out of the way. I'll gun him down. Missed me, you maverick.
Poncho helped you with this killer, Cisco.
Dynamite at the house, Poncho. Get it. Detach the fuse.
Poncho, don't do this, Cisco.
Not if I get hold of you, you fat baboon.
You aren't going nowhere, maverick. There's nothing more despicable than a son who would murder his own father.
Bash your head in, Cisco.
I've been waiting for the chance to settle with you, Grid Baylor. Poncho! Santos! Poncho! The dynamite! Get rid of it! Madre mia!
Poncho, I can get the fuse pulled out, Cisco.
May go off any minute. Here, give it to me.
Hey, Cisco, hit the dynamite. What you going to do?
Throw it as far away as I can.
Wow, that's a close one, Cisco. We almost blown up.
Almost. Come on. Let us see if the senorita and Senor Corden are all right.
Yeah, Poncho think they're both plenty scared. But they'd be glad to know you knock out both those bandidos.
Senorita, senor.
We're still alive, Cisco. And all right, thanks to you.
Here, give Poncho your knife, Cisco, and Poncho cut their ropes.
I don't know what to say to you, Cisco. Even though I know Vance is a killer, that he carries the outlaw brand,
Do not try to say anything about it to me, Senor Corden. I understand, and so do you. Those who wear an outlaw brand must sooner or later pay for their crimes. That is the way of justice.
Cisco!
Si, Pancho.
And that sheriff more surprised than anybody to learn his deputy, a bandido,
You know, I was glad to find out that the sheriff is an honest hombre.
Yeah, too bad. Another honest hombre like Senor Corden got to kill his son like that coyote Van.
See, it is. But though Senor Corden feels badly, he knows it is right for his son to have to pay for his crimes.
Yeah, that's right, Cisco. And Poncho feels the same way for cousin in the law 4 times away, Emiliano.
You mean your distant cousin Emiliano is in jail?
He in for 2 weeks.
Well, what did he do?
Oh, he killed a hombre.
And they gave him only 2 weeks in jail?
Yeah, then they're gonna hang him.
Oh, Poncho!
Oh, Cisco!
And so ends another exciting adventure with O. Henry's famous Robin Hood of the West, the Cisco Kid. Be sure to listen again for another thrilling adventure of the Cisco Kid. Cisco Kid was played by Jack Mather, Poncho by Harry Lang.
This has been a presentation of OTRWesterns.com, and we hope you enjoyed. Please take some time to like and rate our shows in your favorite podcast application. Follow us on Facebook by going to OTRWesterns.com/Facebook. Join in the conversation by going to OTRWesterns.com/Discord. And don't forget to send us an email, podcast@OTRWesterns.com. This episode is copyright under the Attribution Non-Commercial Share Alike copyright. For more information, go to OTRWesterns.com/copyright. Have a great day, and again, thanks for listening.